Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. We've got a reading for you today about somebody that is going through an ego death or a dark night of the soul. We've got from the Golden Lenormand, this is the cross and the ship. For a moment, I saw the clip of, I think it was from Dracula, where they're crossing the vampires in a ship. So I don't know what, maybe that's something you've seen recently, and then I'll help you realize that this reading is for you. But there is someone in your life, this could also be for you, but there's someone going through an ego death. And I don't think this is a journey they're going on with a lot of others. This is thinking about what's happened, right? Hello there, Peggy. How are we doing? Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Dwayne. How's your day? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of Winchenton. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. If you are interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. I hope so too. Let's start with the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we need to know about this ego death, please? $15, migration, initiate, beginnings, freedom, adventure, and first step. And nest, number 41, charity, generosity, sharing, and support. So this might be your energy, actually. You may have decided to take your first step away from someone after having been very supportive. This doesn't have to be a romantic situation. This could be a family connection. This could be a friend. But I do feel like you had offered this person support and they did not offer you much in return. So you may have taken, like, rescinded your hand, you know what I mean? Like taken back your offer or ended a friendship. But this feels to me like, okay, if that's how you're going to deal with things, then I have to do something different. I have to be realistic with myself about whether or not a friend would do that, right? Hello, Corey. How are you doing? Dwayne, I'm not sure what you're asking, but if you're asking for like shorter readings, I do offer shorts. That's like the majority of what I have on here. And then as far as personal readings, I do have shorter options. So I try to keep them a little more reasonable in price. Thank you. I appreciate that, Peggy. So this is the Morgan Greer. We've got the King of Pentacles and the Six of Swords in the reverse. This is the person who's going through the dark night of the soul, hence the ship, right? Things are choppy. Things are challenging for this King of Pentacles. But I am at least comforted by the fact that this is a King of Pentacles in the upright. They're going through a lot, but they're trying to weather the storm. They're trying to maintain who they are despite these challenges, right? Hello, Holy Yoga. Oh, thank you, Peggy. I appreciate you. This Knight of Rods or Knight of Wands is indicative of somebody who is taking on a challenge, somebody who is not, I don't know, admitting defeat. The Sun, Two of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. So I was initially looking at something or someone. You could be the Sun card for this person, right? You could be somebody that calms them. You could be somebody who's given them great advice. You may have been there for them when they've really gone through difficult times, and they may have lashed out. But I feel like they know I created this issue. I created some instability where there was none. Everything was fine, the sun, but I, like threw a firework in the mix. So 7 of Wands, now they're feeling like they have to defend something. Now they feel like they have to take action. But I also feel like part of the reason they created this instability was like an overreaction. So being more defensive than they needed to in a situation. Two of Cups in the reverse and the Emperor. The Emperor is looking at the Two of Cups in the reverse, which is a breakup or a falling out, as if the Emperor actually designed or orchestrated this breakup, even though they're the one upset. Things are not looking good between me and this person. I don't know if they'll talk to me again. And I did that. They were nice. They were supportive. They were good friends. And I didn't, value that enough. Three of Cups. Page of Rods or Page of Wands. So they may be communicating with somebody about what's happened between the two of you and getting advice. This Three of Cups is also kind of feeling connected to the Ship card. So they may feel like they need to travel. They may feel like they're on a bit of a journey right now, as far as a spiritual journey, right? But I do feel like this Page of Wands is about communication and going over what was said, right? Like, hey, did I like totally F this up? Hey, do you think I can do anything about this? Or maybe even just themselves, a little bit of introspection, right? Like, all right, let's review the damage. What did I say? What did I do? And the Three of Cups could also be about reconciliation or a reunion, right? Ten of Pentacles, Hermit in the reverse. Yeah. For some of you, this is about a conversation where this person had already given you advice. Let me just put the personas in the right spot. Okay, so if the King of Pentacles or the Emperor energy who brought about this falling out, if they had listened to their own intuition or if they had taken advice from their friend they had a falling out with, they would have been able to avoid this instability. In other words, this was not like, oh, I'm reacting to circumstances in a realistic way, therefore I'm sure someone would like forgive me. This is more so like if you had been reminding yourself that you're dealing with somebody who has been there for you, then you probably wouldn't have done this or you wouldn't have said this, right? Did I say hello to Illuminati? Hello. Hello, Nathaniel. Hello, Sidebinder. How we doing? This is, I know I did something kind of stupid. Oops. Did I do that? Sorry. Let's get a few from the signs of the times. What else do you have? Hello, Patrick. Happy Saturday. I hope you do as well. We've got opportunity, number 17, and divine guidance, number 33. Underneath key, or wait, maybe I told you is, so opportunity is with key, and then stars align with divine guidance. So this could be something that had to have happened in order for this King of Pentacles to realize that there was an opportunity for them to work on something. In other words, it kind of feels like this person would have had a falling out with their friend or with their love interest, no matter what, if they had never gotten to the point where they felt like, okay, I really do need to address this like anger issue, or I really need to bring up this thing that has caused me to have like built up resentment. There is a block here, and it is a mental block. So we could see like the Eight of Swords, for example. And this is a suggestion that borders on command from the universe because of the divine guidance, right? This is like the universe is saying, hey, this is the trail path you're going on. I know. There's like 9 of them. And you really like that cool name of that one over there. But I'm telling you, this is the one you need to be on. I don't want to hear it. Right here. And this person may be a little bit stubborn. They may be like, but I really like this other path. What are you talking about? Hello, Kingly Eagle. How's your weekend going? Hello, Eric. I hope you're having a good weekend. Oh, congrats, Nathaniel. I hope that goes really well. I do adore me some artists. Not all of them, though. Some of them have egos, you guys. Shh, don't tell anyone I told you. I've got Infinity, Unlimited Potential, which is number 43, and number 44. Firefly, which is also Wonder. So that's a pretty epic combination there. I mean, look at all of these. I don't know. I kind of want to say it's like providence or blessings or abundance. It's like a video game. You just have to jump and like grab for it. It's right there. And then unlimited potential and wonder. There's good things that I feel like this emperor has been missing out on or like ignoring. Opportunities for them to change or opportunities for them to be happy. Because remember, they were looking right at that sun card, just kind of like contemplating, right? Like, I could be there, or I kind of experienced that for a little bit. This is the Beginner's Tarot. Good morning, Stephen. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Key Controller. Sending me some healing energy. Oh. Okay. I'm glad. I hope it's quicker than expected. Can we just like go back to riding horses? Is that a thing? I feel like there were less accidents. Sorry, guys. I just really like horses and cars and planes. I just don't trust them. I really don't. So we've got the sun coming right back out after I was just talking about it again. And the Hermit in the reverse. So this feels to me like enlightenment that was only partially there for someone. So I saw things for the briefest of moments. Maybe the path before me was elucidated, that trail path I'm supposed to choose. I knew it was that one, but then a cloud covered the sun and now I can't see it anymore. There's this, I saw it and then it was gone. I knew what I was supposed to do, but then I didn't do it. Or I felt in my intuition that I should say this, and then for some reason, my little tongue said that, you know? This is not trusting someone, I think. even though we had those cards that suggested this was a friend that was very supportive or charitable. The Ten of Pentacles could also suggest this was a friend or a family member, right? Yeah, this Three of Cups has been clarified by the Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is about somebody that is going through a bit of a difficult time emotionally because they walked away, or there is this kind of like falling out that happened with someone they appreciate. Like, I wish I had been more communicative about how I actually feel about that person instead of maybe taking out my anger on them or, you know, not responding. Sometimes, if you're going through things yourself, you may feel like you don't want to communicate just now, but this is more than that. This feels more so like I did something to antagonize the situation. Right? Because the Emperor was looking right at that Two of Cups in the reverse, like, oh, I did that. Oops. I think we've all had moments like that. I was babysitting when I was a teenager, and I think I was trying to get like popcorn made or something. And I walked too quickly through the kitchen where a cabinet door was open and just like pulled it right off the freaking island and like destroyed their cabinet. And I was like, oh, am I gonna have to pay for that? Whoops. So this person feels like in a quick second, they just kind of like demolished something. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. They're wondering, can I do something? Can I work on that? Is there a way to demonstrate that I want to make amends in a genuine way? You know what I mean? Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, King of Wands. So this Nine of Pentacles is a card that can talk about your intuition. It can talk about whether or not you're tuned in, if you're paying attention, right? And it's clarifying the sun, which can talk about enlightenment. Somebody is finally figuring it out. And I'm sorry if that sounds insulting for me to say finally, but I said it that way because I feel like that's how whoever is going through this dark night of the soul feels. Like, of course. How did I not see that that's how that was going to go? Or how did I not see that this needed to be resolved? Or there was always going to be some sort of argument or some sort of breakdown between the two of us. I finally get it. I know what I need to do now. They had previously looked at this friendship or this situation as if it was some kind of like mythical creature. I don't fully understand you. I don't know why you're nice to people, or I don't know why you're nice to me, or I don't know why you always seem to know the right thing to say. Like they didn't really understand this person, this friend, this family member, but there was like an admiration or respect along with that. Like, that's how you do it? That's how you live your life? Interesting. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. They're admitting to themselves that this was because they were being stubborn, that they didn't want to communicate what was communicated. It just kind of like came out, or what happened was reactionary, right? And the only way that they could potentially rebuild this friendship or connection, whatever type it is, they would have to demonstrate, okay, I'm not going to keep expecting bad things from you. I'm going to actually trust you. And I realize I also have to demonstrate that you could trust me because I haven't really done that recently. So this is all about realizing there's somebody out there they could trust and that they kind of, ruined that, and they need that. That's somebody that could help them with the Hermit in the reverse ish, All right. This is the Masonic Tarot. Please keep in mind that the gold correlates to fire. So gold is not pentacles. It is like, 10 of wands, 5 of wands, that kind of thing. And the mallets in this deck are the pentacles because you use them for building. Hello, William. How are you doing? Hello, Carrie. How's your day going? Good morning, Alicia. How are you? What else do we have? 4 of Swords. Remember I said earlier, it feels like this dark night of the soul or this ego death is a journey done alone, right? In most cases, that's how it's done. And here we have 4 of Swords and death. Dark night of the soul. I'm going to go ahead and think about what I've done in a way where I'm actually more self-aware. I'm not just trying to make other people sound worse or justify my actions. I'm like genuinely looking at what I did or what I said, right? Page of Gold or the Knave of Gold, which remember would be fire, right? So Page of Wands and the 4 of Gold in the reverse. I know what I did. I know what I said created this instability, right? This would be like the 4 of Wands in the reverse. 4 of Wands in the upright would be, hey, let's go on and like level up this relationship. We got some good trust here. Got a nice foundation. No, it went the other way. It was, oh, you think we're friends? Oh, you think we could like, be there for each other? You think you could rely on me? Nah, I'm busy. Hello, Voyager. Hello, Frederick. Hello, Crisis Core. How are you doing? Hello, Mona. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Did I give her one? I hope so. What else do we have? Three of Mallets in the reverse. So the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 5 of Gold or 5 of Wands. Have you ever said like the complete opposite of what you were trying to say? Like, I don't know. I feel like there's probably a million of those rom-coms out there where we're trying to like appreciate just how bad somebody is at flirting. Probably like Will Smith would be an example in that movie, where his face gets all big from a sting. Can't remember. And you freeze up, you're nervous, right? You want this person to like you, or maybe you're frustrated, right? This could be about anger. But you say something and it's like the opposite of what you meant. I remember there was one time I wanted to be professional and say something nice about someone without it sounding like I was, 20 years old or whatever. And the way I said it sounded just like the most fake compliment ever. And I was like, okay, we're not going to like try to manipulate things like that anymore. If I want to compliment someone, I'll say it, whatever. But like sometimes it's just like the total opposite. And whatever this person said, it was like the opposite of what they really wanted to say. Maybe they, in the last second, like lost their courage. Maybe they felt like they needed to be more protective of themselves in that moment. Maybe they felt threatened in some way, but it's like they wanted to have this shield as opposed to like welcoming you in, right? Oh, person who has offered me charity or who has been supportive or given me good advice. Allow me to tell you why I don't like you. Allow me to tell you why I am not here for you. That kind of thing, right? We've had the sun come out 3 times in the upright. So that does give me hope that this person is learning something from this situation. Specifically with that 5 of Swords, they're becoming more aware of their tendency to be self-sabotaging. And the more they can be honest about that, the more they can actually address it. And maybe they've been a bit forgiving or, quick to justify their behavior in the past. Oh, well, I have to be private because of this, or oh, I can't let you, know who I really am because that person really hurt me. I'm not over it yet. They're using these other reasons to justify how they treat people in those situations and starting to realize that maybe they had been a bit harsh or even like kind of cruel, right? That's a long time. What else do we have? Wow. So we have sun followed directly by the moon in the reverse. So I sabotage things, and then afterwards I realize what I've done. And then I think about how whoever I've been dealing with, now they know that they can't trust me. So I lash out and I ruin things to the point where I feel like now I can't really resolve it. This is about self-control in a way, right? Just as much as it is about trust. How do you connect with or engage with the people that you care about when you're stressed or anxious or when you've had a really bad day? Okay, I'm going to share something. I remember feeling like it was kind of funny at one point when an ex of mine, who at that point I had not dated, so we were just getting to know each other, he basically said something like, "Oh, I'm an a-hole to everybody else that I know. I'm just nice to you." Now, if I had been just a little bit more willing to listen to my gut, I don't think I would have pursued that because that is, I think, a red flag. Because then it suggests nobody else has maintained that, safety or security away from your a-holeness. Everybody else you're treating like you're an a-hole. So it's really only a matter of time before I see the a-hole behavior, right? Because you're just everybody, right? Even strangers, people that you supposedly care about. So yeah, we've learned some lessons, you guys. um, Illuminati, it's Halloween all year round for me. I still have like decorations up. Like this is technically Halloween decorations, and I'm not getting rid of it. So if I could, I would probably just live in like a Halloween house. But, so we've got the 7 of Gold in the reverse, which is the 7 of Wands in the reverse, and the Empress. So I attacked somebody who was kind and caring. Remember, the Empress can be kind of like a maternal energy. This is somebody who is able to build their own empire. They're probably quite creative. But more importantly, this is somebody who likes to take care of people. This is somebody who wants to be there and wants to help people. 7 of Wands in the reverse is, yeah, I insulted you. I tried to do something to make you feel bad about yourself after you were there for me, after you were a good friend, after you were somebody that, advocated for me. Oh, hey, thanks for paying me back for that kind generosity. Can't wait to do that exchange again. What a win for me. Is there anything else you want to tell me about how awful I am? This is somebody who's like, okay, so I guess you don't really want to, be my friend. You don't want to know who I am. Message received. This is the Poe Tarot. I like it. I'm sending healing vibes your way, Crisis Core. I hope you can find a safer place. That's what you deserve. Hello, Johnny. How's it going? Yep. Queen of Wells or Queen of Cups? It's like a little dark in here. Ooh, I didn't do anything to that. Okay. No guile disguised the fervor of love which animated her heart, and she examined with me its inmost recesses as we walked together in the valley of the many-colored grass. So Queen of Wells, by the way, would be the Queen of Cups. I'm trying to figure out what's on her like hat. Is that her hair? Oh my god, you guys, she's got like troll-like hair. You know, those little trolls that had hair that stood up. Look at, isn't it cute? So this is like someone who knows how to love. Like I was saying with the Empress, this is someone who offers genuine care to people, and I don't feel like it's transactional. I'm not trying to be, you know, getting things from you by being kind to you. I am kind because I want to be kind, you know, for kindness sake, right? Page of Paws or the Page of Pentacles. Upon my touching him, he immediately arose, purred loudly, rubbed against my hand, and appeared delighted with my notice. This, then, was the very creature of which I was in search. All right, so I'm going to be a little bit direct here. If you feel that you are an empath, if you resonate with this Empress energy or the Queen of Cups energy, you may draw in energy vampires, you may draw in narcissists, you may draw in a whole slew of people who want your attention, but they don't know how to give it back. They don't know how to appreciate it. You are the flame, and there's a lot of moths out there. And they're not all, what's that pretty one? Is a Luna moth, I think. Some of them just want your light, okay? This is somebody who, yes, seeks you out because they want to feel this love and care, but they can't really be too close to the flame for too long. They end up burning themselves. So they have to distance themselves because they're like, oh, wait, I might get used to that. I don't want to get used to somebody being kind to me. So then they might shove you away. But this card also says that whoever you are, Queen of Cups, you may also be seeking out those people who want to use you for your light. So please be aware that that's a possibility. Some of you have already worked through that, and I respect you for it. And those of you who have not, it's not always easy to say, I sought out somebody to mistreat me, because that sounds so weird. But when you think about, oh, you're someone who's never seen love before, I want to show you some kindness, you've got to have some level of discernment to make sure that you're not allowing someone to be really disrespectful towards you, right? There's got to be some standards. Hello, Kay Garrett. How are you doing? What's up, GP? How's your day going? I hope you're enjoying the weekend. What else do we have? The Hermit, number 9. Not one of all the crowd to pry into thine hour of secrecy. Be silent in that solitude. I've told you before, I feel like this is somebody who's very private. They don't like to let people in. But this time, their solitude looks a little bit different. Where I do feel previously their solitude was more so about escapism and being maybe a little bit overly protective of themselves. Now I feel like this solitude is more about seeking wisdom, taking that time to really think about what happened. What should I have done differently? Because I don't like how things went. I don't like that this is where we're at. Why did that happen? Six of Paws, which is the Six of Pentacles. Come back, you. From my infancy, I was noted for the docility and humanity of my disposition. No doubt this is clarifying our Queen of Cups. From a young age, you were known as somebody that was kind and sweet. Maybe you also help animals. If you do, I love you all the more. Because, you know, Six of Paws. Look at how cute it is, though. It's just me and my best friend. Wow. This Sun card has come out every time. And again, the Sun is about enlightenment, right? But we could also have somebody that has Leo featured prominently in their chart. But the Tower is one of my favorite cards in this deck. While I gazed, this fissure rapidly widened. There came a fierce breath of the whirlwind. The entire orb of the satellite burst at once upon my sight. My brain reeled as I saw the mighty walls rushing asunder. Why do I love this card? Because you don't get any change in your life without a Tower moment. Because people build walls that keep happiness out. Walls can make sense if you know what your, discernment is telling you. But walls can also keep everyone out, right? I do feel like this is one of those walls that needed to come down because what were they blocking? The sun. They who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. Do you dream? Do you remember what you dream? Do you daydream? If you don't, get on it. What are you waiting for? I'm not saying ignore reality. I'm not saying escape the, real-ish right in front of you. I'm saying the best part of humanity is not just our ability to have empathy and compassion towards others. It's our ability to hope and dream. So if you lose touch of that, you lose a little bit of your humanity. Embrace that. Don't feel like it's just kids that should be imaginative. I wouldn't be on YouTube if I hadn't been just a little bit imaginative. And I love it here. So, thank you. But this is someone who is definitely going through that dark night of the soul, enlightenment, right? Divine guidance. The sun is everywhere. The Hermit. And Tower in the reverse can also talk about a change in perspective. So let's get a few from the Kipper. Courtship, number 4. Expectation in the reverse. There's an unexpected relationship approaching you. Some of you may be in a relationship right now and not expect to start a new relationship yet this year, but you will. Journey in the reverse and House. So there could be some motivation or a sense of urgency from this Emperor or King of Pentacles going through this ego death, because if they don't correct what they need to, they may not be able to move forward with you, or you may move elsewhere. Obviously, depending on whether or not you have romantic ties to this person, the fact that you could get into a relationship may impact how they feel about everything. But also, you know how sometimes if you get into a relationship, friendships can suffer? It could be less likely that a friendship is repaired if someone gets into a very happy courtship relationship, right? So that could be why we have somebody feeling like they need to be a little bit quick with it. Yeah, exactly. Somebody's moving. This card specifically refers to somebody that is moving to a new apartment, but it doesn't have to be an apartment. This could be a house, especially since we had the house just come out. It does feel like the King of Pentacles knows there's a time crunch here because they are moving elsewhere, or the Queen of Cups is moving elsewhere. Yeah, community in the reverse. So if they don't have any knowledge of the community, they may not have any chance of being able to reconcile with this person that they care about. So time is of the essence. This is the situations deck. Entrapment, pregnancy, money, heartstrings. Synchronicities. There was at one point a willingness to believe on behalf of the Emperor, the person going through the dark night of the soul, that it didn't matter if they did things the way they shouldn't, because you would always come back around. You would always be my friend. You would always be my sibling. You would always be my love interest. Hi, Bobby. How's it going? But they're realizing that's not true. You take a step in a certain direction, that loving, supportive energy starts to recede. Oh, okay, it's like that. Well, then I'm not going to be there for you. So they assumed that someone would put up with more than they were actually willing to put up with, because there was a lot of ups and downs here, a lot of changes in energy, attitudes. Financial support in the reverse. Twin flame in the reverse, and receipts. So for some of you, this is something that has impacted your finances, being friends with this person. When you cut them off, you may see your finances improve, either directly because you were trying to be helpful towards them with aid, or you may see your finances improve because the universe is like, good choice. You protected yourself. With the twin flame in the reverse, some of you are realizing that you thought this person was your twin flame and they are not. Others of you know that this is your twin flame and they haven't healed. You have proof of it. So you're walking away. Take it how it resonates. Have I said hello to Matt? Aw, that's so kind of you. All right, let's see. I think we need a few from the Pause Tarot. And Kay Garrett, I would say part of the reason is because I have some really awesome moderators. So yeah, that helps for sure. This is the Pause Tarot. Nine of Cups, Page of Cups in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. They were being selfish or difficult, stubborn. And now they're upset with themselves over it because they ruined it. Have you ever like been hanging out with like a friend? I don't know. I'm thinking more so like when I was like a teenager and something happened that upset my friend, and then they're like stomping around or like throwing something. And in the midst of that tantrum, they don't necessarily think about what damage they're actually causing. And then they like damage their phone, or they damage their television, or they break their bed or something. This person is like, oh, I didn't think I could break that, but I did. And they're talking about the connection. Maybe they broke something else too. I don't know. Don't punch walls. It's a waste of time. It looks dumb. Please. What else do we have? Come on. Be honest. Are you a Leo? Come on. Hello, William. Or maybe your person is. Nah, this is about intuition. Sun right next to the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. When you love and respect yourself, you prioritize your intuition and you want to do right by others as well as doing right by yourself, right? So this is a lesson this person is learning, in part because they care about someone else, in part because someone else showed them they cared, but also because if I don't learn this lesson, I'm going to repeat it. I think they have enough awareness to know that this is not over unless they learn their lesson. I remember having accounting homework that we did online. And so therefore it would check whether or not your answer was right immediately. And God bless you, accountants. I don't know how you do it. I hate it. Hated that class. God bless everybody that does it so that I don't have to. Like I can do my own taxes, but I really hated that class. And I literally cried one night because I spent so much time making sure I had the right answers, only to find out the next day in class that the reason it was rejecting my answer was because she had entered in the wrong answer. So I was bashing my head against the wall for no reason. I had actually been right. I had the right answer, and oh, it just drove me batty. Because if I had just been doing that on a piece of paper, I wouldn't have been so upset about it all day. You know what I mean? This person's finally acknowledging, I have thought that was the right approach. I have thought that was the right perspective. I have thought walling myself off or making sure nobody can get close was the best way to do it. And now I know that I was wrong. Okay. There's that King of Pentacles again. Two of Cups. This connection is on their mind. They're thinking about the better days, the times that you had, things that you did. But Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, realizing that most of what made it a beautiful connection was what you did, not what the King of Pentacles or the Emperor did. So it's like if this were a rom-com, we would be at that point about 3/4 of the way through the movie where the main character is realizing that they've been super superficial and super lame. And they're, having that like montage looking back to the things that they said and how the other person was nice. And, oh, I'm the bad person. That's them right now. I did that. I created this problem because I didn't want to let somebody in. I didn't want to, really be vulnerable with them. Two of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Wands. But they've decided they want to do something to reconcile. How can I make it right? What can I do? What can I say? I've got to be able to find a way. It can't be impossible. But I do feel this person has a bit of a struggle in terms of remaining positive or courageous. They may start to like second guess themselves. So timing is a really important factor. if you want to make things right, don't wait long enough where you talk yourself out of it. You got to find that perfect moment. I'm literally thinking about when I would play like tennis or golf on the Wii, and you would have that power thing that was moving, and you'd have to like hit the button at the right time so that you didn't like hit the ball way too far or not nearly far enough. This person is like, okay, I've got to be maximizing the possibility of this actually working out and you reconciling with me. So I have to give you enough time to like settle down, but also not enough time to accept that I'm like totally gone. So they're getting a little bit analytical over the timeline. Hello, Dr. Strangelove. I listened to a song called Strange Love by Black Math today. I don't know if you've ever listened to it, but it was pretty good. All right, I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Don't you worry. I'll be back. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes and for the fun comments. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodles.